What's going on, guys? Different video. I figured I was going to change it up. So today we're going to look at some of the pictures that have been kind of leaked or are shown of the new Type R and what I think of them. And just talk about it. This is a discussion because, all of my videos so far have been just about me and my life, but I figured, since I'm going to do some car content in the future, I might as well just put some little things here and there for y'all to enjoy. So we're going to hop right into it. This is the first picture. Obviously, we have the passenger side rear. And I'm not gonna lie, I really like the profile. I like the wing. I'm not sure if they're gonna keep the structure like that visible, or if they're gonna build around it like the current FK8. Well, I shouldn't say they built around it with the current one, because the plastic is just the structure. I think it might stay like that, but I like how it looks. All right, so I'm zoomed in a little bit. I like how it looks, the wing itself. I do like it. I don't like the tail lights much. I mean, it's growing on me just a little bit, but I don't know. I just can't see. Maybe I don't like how the coupe looks. Our current 10th gen coupe with the tail lights. I'm not a big fan of it. And it kind of takes that design, and I'm really not a huge fan. I like the exhaust though. I do like what they did. Oh, sorry. I do like what they did with the exhaust. The middle one's the bigger one. I think it looks a little cleaner that way, but that's just me. You got the little rear reflector there. You can very distinctly see the shape of where the body lines kind of go down where the marker light is. Overall, though, I think it's really clean. I would like to see it with the rear window exposed so I can see completely how it looks with the wing, but it is what it is. You got the nice, the wide body kind of flare or fender flare, whatever you want to call it. I think it's a good looking car. I really like how sleek it is. Let's see what the next picture. Okay, so here's another picture of the rear. The wing stands probably about the same height, I would say, as our FK8s. There's that beautiful exhaust that they got going on there, and they have some of the taillight covered, I think. But overall, I think it's a very clean kind of car. I really like how it's not simple, but it's just really matured. The lines are all matured. I think, you know what? I said at first that I did not like the rear, but I actually think it's starting to grow on me, because that picture right there, that kind of sells me. I think I am kind of changing my mind on the rear a little bit. We got the front. Now, I love the front. I think the front is my favorite part of this car. I'm not going to lie with you. Even if it stayed just like that, I wouldn't mind it. As you guys can see, they have the, I don't know what you want to call it, the vents, the fake vents or whatever. Well, actually, I'm sure they're functional, I should say, but they have, you can see the lines where, the vent is. I think it's super clean. I mean, some of the renders that they have, I'll put one up right now of one of the renders. I think it looks really good. You got a big, noticeably different grille in the front, a lot bigger. And then the mesh where the Type R badging is going to be is much more open. Seems like they really prioritize the cooling with this car. I really like it. I like the headlight design. I think it's, like I said, it's really subdued and mature. And I really enjoy that they kind of toned it down a little bit. Nothing against our gen Type Rs. I still like how aggressive they are, but I like how more subtle this is. Now we got the hood picture. A little vent action going on here. I think it looks good. It doesn't have the hood scoop like our current FK8 does, but I do like this. Again, it's more subtle. Everything about this car is just toned down. There was a lot of hate when these Civics, our 10th gens, first came out. A lot of people were like, that's way over the top, it's all boy racy and all that, and I can understand that. I do like our gen a lot, but I really enjoy how smooth this 11 gen is coming out now. We got the front fender here with the little vent. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in on that vent. Pretty good size. Obviously it's definitely different than the FK8 is. It's more lower and it's a little smaller, but again, it's nice and clean. You got the Brembos, and I believe those are 20-inch rims. I heard something about 19 though. I'll have to fact check that. I can't tell the tire that they're wrapped in. I can look that up. Maybe put that on the screen. I love the rims. It seems like with the rims, they kind of took the LE design a little bit and tweaked it. It's not the same as the regular FK8 for sure, and it's a little bit different than the LE, but it seems like they used the LE's design for these wheels, and I really, really like them a lot. So here we got the rear, and again, it's more smooth. Everything about this car is smooth. I'll say it 100 million times. I'll put our Gen's rear fender flares up here so you can see the difference. It's definitely just more rounded, smooth. It does look that the side skirt, at least the fin, is a little less aggressive than our Gen, but it still kind of flows nicely. We got another picture of the rear. This is showing the hatch itself and the wing. Clean design overall. Again, I really like how smooth it is. Now, one thing I'm going to point out is there are no, there's no like fins or anything at the top. There is no like, I don't know what you guys call it. I don't know. I should know. But the arrow at the top where the hatch is, there's none of that's there. It's smooth, just roof. Like with our Gen Civics, there's, you know, with the hatches or the Type R, there's like the fins and stuff. There's none of that here. I'm not sure if that's a pre-production thing or if Honda just completely ditched that. I don't know. I mean, it looks clean like that. I actually think it would look better without it the way it is now. I'm just not sure. You know, I kind of felt like they were going to keep that, but apparently they ditched it, so they have maybe a different idea in mind. And again, here's another beautiful picture of, this is just kind of the wing itself. You can see more of the supports. I'll go ahead and zoom in on those. Yeah, it's, I don't know, it's a pretty clean design. I am still getting used to the fact, though, that the actual support of the wing, or like just a little metal part, is showing. I kind of think it would look better if they covered it up with like a plastic piece that like sits flush with the wing itself. I don't know. It's the wing looks good. It's just how it connects to the hatch, I'm a little about. I mean, if it gets sold like that, then oh well. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It's just something that like I'm kind of looking at and kind of like, you know, it could be better in my opinion, but I mean, it's still, you know, it's still pretty nice. The wing itself pretty much follows like the same shape and curvature as our FK8 wing does. So, you know, it seems like as far as the wing itself, the arrow is the same. And again, it seems like it's the same height from the hatch. Of course, we'll, you know, confirm that, I'm sure, once people do more measurements with it, or if there already are some out, I don't know. But it does look like about the same spec. The only thing that looks different about it is the sides of the wing and how it's attached to the hatch itself. Now, the interior. I'm going to give you my honest opinion. If it stays like this, which I don't think it's going to, but let's say it does stay like this, I'm going to be pretty disappointed. I mean, you got to think this is a prototype. I'm sure they're going to change it. I'm pretty much like 100% certain that this is not how it's going to be. It's going to be more red and more, you know, fancy Type R, you know, whatever. But if it does stay like this, hypothetically, I would be very disappointed. It's very basic. I mean, this seems like any car you could just hop in and just drive it. Like, it doesn't seem like it's anything special. You can see, though, the wheel is Alcantara, and they do have the red seat belts. I don't see the seats yet. I'm not sure if they're going to have a pic of that. We'll see in the next coming pictures if they do. You got the beautiful touchscreen, and overall, I think it's a very classy interior. It's a lot more, again, mature than the 10th gen. It's more like the Honda Accord, and then kind of more classy. And you see you got the, I'll zoom in on that, you got the R mode, looks like the comfort mode. You can switch between each one, whatever you want to do. Of course, you got that beautiful 6-speed manual with that nice shift knob, electric parking brake, brake hold, etc. Same things in our cars, just kind of differently. And apparently someone said it has wireless charging. I'm going to fact check that. Yes, there is wireless charging, as you guys can see right there. Yep, boom. All right, cool. So this car does come with the wireless charging as standard. That's pretty cool. Now, I'm sure that people who are buying this car are not going to be super worried about that, but it's nice to have if you have a phone that is, I think it's QI enabled or whatever. It's a good feature to have. It's very convenient, so I'll give them that. All right, so there's the seats. Kind of I mean, again, these pictures are as a prototype. They're not going to show you everything, so the pictures aren't the best to, you know, kind of look at. Okay, so it looks like maybe they're a little bit different. It seems like the seats are a little bit different, but I'm really happy that they kept the same design with the red, and then you could put the harnesses in them. They're very aggressive, it looks like. I was really worried that they were going to, like, kind of tone it down. I mean, I'm happy they didn't. The seats look flawless from here. Let's see if there's another picture. No, okay, so this is on the road. So this is kind of an action shot. I love the stance of it. It's just, it's beautiful. I love it. I think it's a great looking car. I'm very excited. Now, one thing I want to point out, in some of the renderings too, this design, how they have the, you can see the vents on the far side, but you can also see the 3 little kind of fins going in between. That's like what the FK8 has on the outside, but instead they kind of push it on the inside. I think it's a very clean design. It doesn't look like it's going to be too busy. It looks like, it's kind of hard to see because of their camouflage wrap, which is why they did it, so you can't see all the lines. But from what it seems like, that the only little fins are in that part, so it's not going to be like too busy up front. Again, beautiful front. The headlights, like themselves, when they're actually on, they're okay. They're all right. I like it. Overall, I think it's a pretty cool design. Now, they don't have the Type R badge on there yet. As you can see, it's just kind of blank. It looks like there's either like a 3D print, or maybe that's just like the mesh grill itself with like the base part where you would glue on the emblem. So that's not there, but that would add to it too. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this picture real quick because this is like a nice side profile. First of all, I really enjoy it's more mature. It's classy. That's the right word. It's classy. It's not all crazy. Besides the wing, it's like a BMW in the front, and I don't know. It's there's so many things. I don't know. It's so much different than our gen, but everything I like about it. I like everything that's different about this gen. You got the beautiful Brembo brakes up front and the big wheels. Again, I really enjoy the front. The bumper is so clean. The rear's clean. The wing's clean. I wish they would have the rear window, not covered up, but, just imagine it without it, or I can just kind of edit something in there. Either way, it's clean. I really enjoy it. I think it looks very good. If only that camo wrap wasn't on there, but soon enough we will see it completely, revealed. I think this is the model that was going on the Nürburgring. I'm pretty sure that this is the one that they're actually track testing, which is going to bring me to the performance part of this video. So a lot of people are speculating, is it going to be a hybrid? How much horsepower is it going to have? What engine is it going to have? Well, I'm going to give you my take on it. I firmly believe that they're still going to use the 2-liter Earth Dreams motor that we have now in our Type Rs. I think the horsepower might be bumped up a little bit, maybe to like 310 or 320. I don't think much more than that. I'm pretty sure even Honda said it themselves. They're kind of right at the peak of maxing out the horsepower for a front-wheel drive car, I guess, from the factory. Because we all know that we can push 500, 600 horsepower in these cars. I mean, we got a whole bunch of people that already have cars that are making at least 500. So it can handle it. But I guess from the factory, they're kind of peaking, those limits. So I'm thinking about 310 to 320. To the wheel, maybe. I don't know. One thing that's really interesting, though, I just realized, is, for one, the gas cap is, I don't know why it's like a bubble. I don't know what they're doing with this. That's interesting. That's a lot different than what I was expecting. And, the single pipe on the back. I am really interested as to why they only have one pipe in the back. I mean, there's got to be some kind of, maybe scientific thing they're testing with it. I don't know. That's really interesting. Alright, so this will be the last picture, because we've pretty much seen it already. This is just at the gas station. I'm like fangirling over it. I absolutely adore this car. I think it's just beautiful, and I cannot wait to have one. Now the question is, what color do I get it in? I'm thinking I'm gonna go with either a white or black, and I'm thinking white. I've always loved the championship white, 100%. But then also the black, because I can keep the name Midnight for my Instagram. So I'm really not sure what to do with that. Overall, though, it's such a nice looking car. And you might be looking at me and thinking I'm crazy, but it just looks so good. And this is without the complete bumper being revealed. I mean, we still got the vents and stuff that are still hidden, I mean, I think it looks good as it is now. And I'm sure it'll look a lot better once those vents are actually exposed and we can see them. You can see in the hood, actually, where it indents, kind of goes down, and then kind of goes up where the vent is. I think that's a very clean design. It would look good with a hood scoop, but I think it looks much better like this, because the whole design's more, compared to our last gen, it's just more tame. It's kind of hiding all of its aggressive features a little more than the last one. I mean, overall, it's still a very aggressive car, but it seems like, like I said, they just tone it down, so everything's kind of less out there and in your face type of thing. I'm going to use this picture, too. I'm going to point out the Subaru in the back. It looks like it's photobombing. It looks like an STI or something. Nice little Subi we got going on there. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys, the car and what my opinions on it. I really think, like I said, it's not going to be hybrid. It's going to be the same motor, a little more horsepower. Now, there has been rumors about a DCT, which I think would be freaking awesome. I mean, you got the Veloster N, and they have a DCT in a manual. And I've heard somewhere that Honda might try and compete with them and give a DCT option. And I think that's fantastic. I don't have anything against a DCT. I would love a DCT. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to want this car in one. I am probably going to want this in manual, and that's probably what's going to come out with first. I feel like the DCT is going to be an option later down the road, so I'm not going to worry about that regardless. But if they did, I think it's awesome. I don't think it's a crime. Some people might think, well, it's a Honda, it should be manual only. Well, this is also a track car. You know, this car's meant to set fast lap time, so a DCT would only help that. But either way, I don't know. I know a lot of you guys' opinions already, but leave in the comments below what you think. You know, what's your favorite picture? What's your favorite angle of it? I like all of them, but my favorite's definitely the front. You know, an angle like this, I really enjoy how it looks. You get the rear, you can see how much of a wider hip it's got than the average Civic. It's pretty much the same as like our Gen type bar, just more smoother, more round. But yeah, just want to share with you guys that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Figured I'd make some actual car content for once. I'm going to start rolling into more car content eventually, but right now it's mainly just me working on my life and getting my stuff together, because if I want to be able to afford one of these, I have to get myself together a lot. Leave in the comments below what you think. Whatever, I love you guys. Peace out.